Alright, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be talking about this command line tutorial program, which can teach you how to use the command line. So before I begin, I just want to say if you're here from the TryHackSit camp, my name is Matt. For the past 2 years, I have attended the Gen Cyber camp, also run by the University of New Haven. So I reached out to one of the professors and said, I would like to write a program like this in order to teach the campers how to use the command line. So this program lives on a repo owned by an organization owned by myself and my friend Ben, who also attended the programs for the past 2 years. So I will leave his GitHub down below as well. This program only requires you to have Python installed. Nothing else, no modules, only Python. It runs on any operating system. So if you don't know how to install Python, let me just show you how to do that. So you're going to come over here to python.org, hop over to downloads, and then you're just going to download this version here. So you need Python 3 in order to run this. Now what you want to do is, if you know how to use git clone, then just clone this repository. If you have no idea what that means, you're going to click over here where it says code with the little download arrow and click on download zip. This will download a zip file with all the code here. All these instructions are also in the README, but I'm making this video just in case that's easier. So over here I'm in my downloads and you want to extract it. I'm on Fedora Linux, so it's just easier for me to use the command line. But if you're on Windows or Mac OS, you'd probably just right click and say extract. So then we're going to jump in here and you'll see all of these files which were present on the GitHub repo that we just looked at. Now you want to open a terminal in this folder. It depends on your OS. You can look up how to open a terminal in a specific folder for Mac OS, Linux, or Windows. For me, I'm just going to use CD to get into the directory. I'm already there pretty much. But I believe with Windows, it's Shift right click or Control right click and then open command shell window here. But that's specific to your OS. If you have trouble finding how to do that, drop a comment down below and I'll help you out. Now what you want to do is run this file right here, main.py, with Python 3. So it will not work with Python 2. For me, I can just run Python main.py, but what you might have to do is Python 3 main.py. The way you can figure this out is just do Python -- version. And if it shows Python 3, then you can just run Python main.py. Spelled it wrong, but whatever. And if that shows Python 2 something, you can try Python 3 -- version, and that should come up with 3. So I'm just going to run it, and now we're looking at this text right here. So one thing with this program is it does use colored output. The problem with this is it is not supported across every shell that you might be using. So I know I tried to do it on Windows PowerShell and it did not work right. So what you want to do is after you run this, it'll say, is the following text readable? And for me, this is readable. So it's colored and you can easily read this. User at computer. Some of these symbols look foreign to you maybe, but this is definitely readable. If it wasn't, you'd see a ton of backslashes and weird numbers. It would be very clear to you. So if you see a lot of weird characters, you just want to do N for no. And that'll just disable colored output and it'll make sure that you can actually read what's happening. But since it is readable, I'm going to say Y, press enter, and now we can get started. So I'm going to type in clear to clear my screen. And now in order to navigate the program, other than using the regular shell commands, you have this new command called level. And you type in level followed by any of these instructions and it'll give you various information. So instruct just gets the current level instructions. Help pretty much gives you the answer to the current level so that you can progress. And then check, make sure that you completed each level successfully, and so on. So I'm just going to walk you through the first level to make sure that this is clear. So I'm going to clear it, say level instruct, and right now we're on level 1. So this is a little verbose for the explanation, but the rest of them are a lot better, so don't worry about that. But it says that there's a directory called cd test within your current working path. So that means that within the folder that we're inside, there is a directory called cd test, so a folder called cd test. So we're supposed to open the directory, and then print the current working directory. We see here a new command called cd, and we can use that to open the directory, and then pwd that shows the current working directory. So that basically means, say you're on Windows and you're in users, so c:\users\public, for example. That would be your current working path. So then what we can do here is cd test, and then pwd, and you'll see that it'll show cd test. So we actually went into that directory. Now, if you had gotten stuck there, you can type in level help, and it'll explain to you how you can progress. And then if you want, you can look up these commands in more detail later on. So then once you finish each level, you type in level check, and if you finished it successfully, it'll say level complete, and it'll give you the instructions for the next level. So that's pretty much it for the program. There are a bunch of levels, and you'll learn a lot about the shell, all the basic stuff pretty much. If you have any questions at all, please leave them down below. I'm going to publish a video probably the day after this one comes out, which will actually talk about how the code works. So if you want to learn Python, then this might be a cool place to start. Or if you already know a bit of Python, then you can see how this whole code works. So it's going to be really cool, and please stick around for that. Again, let me know if you have any questions. I'll be sure to help you out. Thank you for watching, and be safe.